This is last year's Card Party binder, and we have until the end of Card Party 2 to fill this entire binder with these 3 cards. And if we don't fill the binder by the end of Card Party 2 and we head home, we have to give this entire binder away.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone?
So to give ourselves a sporting chance, we're going to go ahead and start over on tcgplayer.com and pick up close to half of the binder before we go to Card Party. So we're going to type in Cynthia's Ambition. We're going to check and see where we're at with Cynthia's Ambition currently. And right now she's sitting at like $10, but when we started this challenge on May 2nd, it was actually as cheap as almost $7. So we picked up some copies of that. And let's check out the Erica's Invitation. Now this card from 151 was extremely high up on pre-orders, and since then has absolutely plummeted, and I just think it's extremely undervalued. Currently around $20 on the market, but when we started this challenge, it was around $16 to $17 a copy, so we were able to pick up some of those as well. Now the Dendra is another one, really high up during the triplet beat release. I think it was almost $1,000 in Japanese, but look at this, guys. We were able to pick up copies in the $4 and $6 range, and it's back up to $12 a copy. So while we're waiting on our cards from TCG Play, we're gonna head down to Charlie's Collectible Show here in Stone Mountain, Georgia, and see if any of the vendors in here have any of the cards we need. Now CCS is just like Frank & Sons over in California, so let's head inside and see what we can find. All right, so our first stop inside of Charlie's Collectible Show is the Gamers Daycare, and they actually offer a PSA grading service here now as well for $20, which isn't too bad if you don't have a PSA membership, but a lot of nice slabs, Moonbryon included, and obviously a ton of raw alternate arts. Look at all the Celebies. That Shadowless Venusaur is really nice, but a lot of the Evolution and a lot of the other popular special art rares and alternate art cards, including this wall of Charizards and this full art Flashfire Charizard. So after trading in some bulk and doing some deals, we actually were able to get one Cynthia's Ambition from the case over here. So Ed, thank you so much for having this for me. He actually held on to it for me for a week since he knew I was doing the challenge, so I really appreciate that. Come check him out, and we're gonna check out some other booths at the shop. Next booth we stopped at was OG Pokestop. They're in the back area of Charlie's Collectible Show, and he stopped me, saw that I was doing a binder, saw some of the cards I asked for, and had an Erica's Invitation for us, and he actually gave us this copy at $16, which was a great deal, so thank you guys again. Next stop, gotta get them, quite literally. So we stop at the booth. They do One Piece and Pokemon at this booth, and they do have a pretty good variety of alternate arts and special art rares, and their prices were below market for the most part, but here we go, another Erica's Invitation, and they actually gave it to us for $17 as well. Next we head over to the Chimerian Bazaar. I love the Chrono Trigger emblem on their logo, absolutely love it. Looking through their full art binder, they said just look through this binder to see if they have any full arts or trainer gallery cards, and I'm not seeing any of the cards that we need, so unfortunately we are going to strike out here at this particular booth. All right, so our last hope to get any copies of these 3 cards that we need is at Marquise's booth right in the middle of Charlie's Collectible Show, and that Erica is still just laughing at us right now because we've only found a handful of copies, and I almost forget, are we even recording right now? What's going on here? And unfortunately, we strike out yet again. So our last stop, we head into Video Game Trader before we leave for Card Party to do a trade with one of our mods here on the channel, Alex, and then also one of our patrons of the channel, Nadine. Thank you guys so much for adding to the binder. Okay, remember all that stuff from TCG Player? Yep, now it's time to start adding all of it to the binder. All right, so now that we've separated all the cards by type, we have our Erica's Invitation, Dendra, and Cynthia's Ambition. We were able to get more Cynthia's Ambition than any other card, so let's go ahead and start filling the binder up. We'll put Cynthia's Ambition in the front, we'll put the Dendras toward the middle, and start moving from the back with the Erica's Invitations, and we'll see how much space we have left. There are a lot of empty slots left in this binder, so a lot more to fill down at the event, so let's go ahead and close up the binder, and let's get moving. So now we pack up the car with all of our product. But wait, that's just a side quest. We'll get to that in a minute. We head down from Atlanta all the way to Orlando to Card Party 2.
One eternity later.
So now that we're here at Card Party, before the event starts, we go to an unofficial trade night, and this is Sebastian. Sebastian actually came up to us at the restaurant with his father, and let me tell you, one of the best behaved kids I've ever met in my life. Trades us a bunch of cards we need, including one of those Dendras, and he was eyeballing our Blaine's Moltres and a couple other cards that he needed for his personal collection. One of them was the Rainbow Tag Team card, the Palkia, Dialga, and Arceus, the Gold Mewtwo, and some other cards. So we made a deal. Thank you so much, Sebastian, for being the first trade of the weekend. All right, so we head over to our first booth of the day, and we're gonna see if he has anything we need.
We're doing a challenge video. I'm trying to find the cards, but Cynthia's Ambition Galarian Gallery, SAR Erica from 151, and Dendra SAR from Negative. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saving me.
So unfortunately, we strike out on the first vendor, but a lot of vendors in this room, and this is just one of many. There are so many vendor rooms here, so we're going to keep checking them out and see if we can find anything else. So these guys were happy to help. They did say they had some singles, but I still can't seem to find the right angle to get some of these glass cases. So sorry for the glare here. But again, some serious cards in this case, but I don't see any singles. Let's ask them and see if they're over somewhere else.
Do you guys have any just regular singles that are not slabs? This side? Awesome, thank you so much.
Let's see if they have anything in this binder. The golds give me some hope here. Rainbows and some full arts, but it's not looking like we're going to find anything. Unfortunately, this was another strikeout, so let's move over to the next booth. Next, we head over to Coco Collects, a.k.a. the most jacked man here in the building.
I'm Franz, and we are here to pop your off.
He's going to hook us up with a few Erica's invitations, and he actually gave us these Erica's invitations for only 58 bucks. So thank you for the hookup, Coco. All right, let's get these Erica's invitations added to the binder, but I just wanted to give a shout out to Mimi. Thank you so much for helping me film throughout the course of this event. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you, so I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. She is a newer content creator, so her channel will be linked down in the description. Make sure you go give her a subscribe and a follow. Next, we head over to DBR Trading, and they got a couple cards for us, but man, oh man, when I say these guys had some heat in this case, check this out. Now, this is some heat right here, ladies and gentlemen. And they had another couple of Cynthia's Ambition hooking us up for only $10 a piece on them. The next booth over, the Pokemon guys had a ton of full art supporters, so I'm looking through their case, I'm looking, and jackpot, there we go, 3 Cynthia's Ambitions getting added to the binder. Man, so many of these booths had such amazing cards that I wish I could take home with me, some gold stars and some amazing vintage cards, but unfortunately I was not able to take any home since I'm doing this challenge, but maybe next time. And as I'm getting followed by Mimi here, she's filming for me right now, I just kind of reflect on everything that's been going on, and this is such an amazing event. Like, I can't even put into words how amazing Card Party 1 and Card Party 2 have been, and it's just absolutely amazing. So many people, so many vendors, so many amazing content creators, and just getting to be a part of it and film a video like this is just absolutely amazing. So Pat, thank you so much for the opportunity that you and your team have provided me with, and I will never forget it. Thank you so much. Next, we headed over to Evolve Collectibles. Now, a friend of mine told me to come see this booth because he said they had a lot of 151, and there they go. They have a few Ericas just for us. We're going to pick these up, shake hands, do the deal, and thank you guys so much for your help.
I'm going to put this in here for right now. Keep going.
Then while we were stopping at the next booth, we actually met up with a couple that's going to be starting up a YouTube channel. They're going to be called the House of Clutch, but they let us sign a couple of binders, and then they offered a trade for some One Piece stuff for some of the cards we needed, so that was really amazing of them. Glad I brought the One Piece stuff, so thank you guys again so much, and good luck on your channels. Next, we head over to Wags Rips, which was the booth that we were right in front of doing the trade, and the store owner actually overheard me and was already prepared with some Erica's invitations for us right as soon as we were done with the deal. And this was probably the best deal we had all day. We got all 4 copies just for $60.
Thank you so much, brother.
The next booth we headed to was the Card Caravan, and man, these guys had so much stuff we needed. They had a Dendra, 2 Erica's invitations on this side of the booth, but then they also had another Erica, and then in the final booth they had 3 more. So many in the booth for us.
I'm a man of simple pleasures.
Simple pleasures or not, he hooked us up big time, so it is just a single swipe of our card. We have a ton more Ericas and another Dendra to add to the binder, so thank you guys so much. Now, while this next stop at the Pokemon Network is not specifically for singles we want, we had to admire the absolute gas that was in this case. So many amazing boxes. And not only just boxes, these guys actually had so many heavy and unweighed vintage packs. If you're looking for vintage packs, this is the place to go, no doubt. We head over to the next booth with Mini Max, and I'm searching through their full arts, and I kind of realized over my shoulder, wait a second, isn't that Terry, who featured in some of Deep Pocket Monsters videos?
So close, dude.
Thank you for the help.
Yeah.
So what's going on, Terry? So Terry actually is going to hook us up with a couple of cards that we needed. We got a Cynthia's Ambition and another Erica from this booth. Thank you guys so much. It was so nice to meet you guys as well. Next, we head over to Finch and Sparrow Games, and man, we hit another big jackpot. We see an Erica here, but then we turn a couple of pages and we find the Cynthia treasure trove.
Cynthia!
Cynthia.
So we pick up the Cynthia's Ambitions, and man, there are a ton in here. We end up picking up a total of 7 Cynthia's Ambitions in that Erica's Invitation. So we swipe the card, make the payment, and pick up some more cards for the binder. Next, we ran into the GOAT, Brian Lyle, aka Get Out Your Pitchforks, aka he stole all the good hits. And before we got into our trade, a father-son duo came up to us, and I think this might be the craziest thing that I saw at the entire event. This is, so the 2 miscuts, the Umbreon is part of the Rayquaza, it's even in the card, you can see it on the side. So these cards are cut together, but you can see the piece of the Moonbreon on the other Rayquaza, and the fact that they got matching 9s, are they sequential? And they are sequential, that's so awesome. That is so cool. So that was definitely one of the craziest things I think I've ever seen for miscuts before. The odds of that are astronomical. But back to the trade over here. Me and Brian are just talking about the event and how his kids and his family have just enjoyed it so much. And it's such a pleasure to meet you, your son Grayson, and the rest of the family. It's just been a long time coming. And thank you for the continued support of the channel. And not only that, Brian hooks us up with, look at all this. Just look at all this. Look at how much Brian is giving us here to trade. We're going to give him some sealed product, but also some of the cards that he has pulled out of the binder here. But thank you again so much, man, for being such a huge supporter of the channel and helping us out big time with this challenge. This guy. Speaking of amazing individuals, we next bump into Keith, old guy Pokemoner, and he's got some more cards for us to add to the binder.
Are we ready?
Yeah, show me, put it in the camera.
Here's your card I'm giving you. Help you for your trade binder. All right, I'm going to put that right on in here.
These last 2 trades are just what we needed to give us a big boost here towards the finish line. Now, we're not going to be able to do any of our challenge on Saturday because we are going to be too committed to doing different events such as the pack battles and a lot of other things and being involved with other creators. So this is going to be it for the evening for us. Now, before we go to sleep, we obviously go ahead and participate in some late night pack battles and some crazy openings in the bar area, but that is going to do it for us for this evening. We started the day with a battle, and then we get stopped by Odie Opens, who gives us another Cynthia's Ambition for the binder. Thank you so much, Odie. I really appreciate helping us out. We roll over to the next booth, and we ask them what we're looking for, and it doesn't look like they have anything that we need. But then we look over, and look, there's Henry from Team Pocket, and we ask him, hey, have you seen any of these cards that we're looking for? And then he says the magic words.
Right over there, that side.
Okay, cool. So we rush over to where Henry was talking about, and it looks like a lot of the vendors are starting to close up shop, but we do find another Dendra and an Erica, so this is huge for us. We get 2 more copies. We're getting so close. We're going to go ahead, put these in the binder, and we're going to see where we're at. So again, we rush over to the table. We're going to put our bag down, and we got a lot of cards we got to kind of get out of the top loaders that we haven't put into the binder yet. So we're going to go ahead, get everything out right now, and see how much more space we have left in this binder. So after moving some cards around, after we had to reorganize, since we ended up with more Erica's Invitation than we expected, we actually noticed that we only need 3 cards left to complete the challenge. After we put the cards in the binder, I look around and a lot of vendors are already gone and still starting to close up because we're getting very close to the closing ceremonies, and we still have to complete our side quest. Do you guys remember all that product that we were talking about earlier? Well, it was for this, an EX Era Power Keepers box. We are going to be taking this home. We got all of our products back there, and we're going to be taking home this EX Era box so we can go hunting for some gold stars in our next vintage break on the channel. Right before we go in for the closing ceremonies, we get stopped in the hallway by Pokebros. He says, hey, I got a card for you. So we get at our trade binders, work out a deal, and now we're down to just 2 more cards to go. As we head into the closing ceremonies, Card Party 2 was an amazing success, and I just cannot wait to see you all again next year. Thank you for the support and helping me with this challenge. So after the closing ceremonies, the only other thing that we have left is the unofficial trade night in the bar area. After everything is said and done, people are already getting on their flights, but we get stopped by Delta in the main lobby, and he says, hey, I actually have a Dendra special art rare for you right here. And he wanted to just give it to us, but I insisted that he find something out of the trade binder. So after some looking, he does find something he needs. Now all we have to do is pray that we can find what we're looking for at the final unofficial trade night tonight, or we lose the challenge. As I walk around the bar looking for people to trade with, there's almost nobody here, but then I remember being a part of this world record this time around, putting over 1,700 cards into Vlad, aka VMAX Chad. Super awesome opportunity, and again, thank you, Pat, for the opportunity to be a part of this. But we're looking around the bar, and all hope is but lost. I sit down in the lobby defeated because I think we have lost the challenge, but then I hear somebody across from me say the magic words. This is Package Total, and he has the last card that we need to complete the challenge. Yes! 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 So after picking up our final card, the last Erica's Invitation to complete our binder, Chris was wondering what our challenge was, so I threw him the binder, and it was so worth it just to see the reaction. There is no more pure reaction than this ever. Look at that face. And the perfect way to end a challenge video is by giving the binder to the person that made it all possible. Thank you so much, Pat, for making it possible. Please do me the honor and put the last card into the binder.
Congrats on finishing the challenge. Card party. In the card party binder. Let's go.
That's a wrap. Close it.
Done.
Dude.
For you, my friend.